Hi, my dear friends. Hello, my dear brothers and sisters. Happy Sunday to all of you. This is Bobby Kitain welcoming you to Pathways of Hope. Friends, I'm a lawyer and I also teach law. Not just law students, but even lawyers. And I often tell them that when it comes to implementing the law, we should keep this principle in mind. Just because we can doesn't mean we should. You see, as lawyers, we have a way of going around the law. But the question really is, should we? Should we? You see, the laws are there to help us live good lives. So the question is, why should we go around the law? Going around the law is a legalistic way of approaching the implementation of the law. Pretty much like what the Pharisees were doing in today's gospel in Mark 10:2-16. The Pharisees came to Jesus with a question on the law on divorce. And Jesus was trying to draw them away from legalism. And Jesus was saying, okay, probably Moses allowed you to divorce your spouses. But then again, Jesus was telling them, but then it's not God's plan from the very start. You see, God's plan is beautiful. God's plan is wonderful for marriage. God gave us the gift of marriage for a beautiful thing. And it's meant to be permanent. It's meant to be permanent. Just because you can go around the law doesn't mean you should. Why? Because you have to first appreciate the beauty of marriage. Now, I know, brothers and sisters, that in reality, marriage is not easy. And we all know of a lot of broken marriages. And this challenge in marriage was already happening even during the time in the Old Testament. And that's why Jesus said, because of the hardness of your heart, Moses allowed you to divorce your spouses. But then again, why hardness of your heart? You see, marriage should be about God at the center of it. The only way for us to survive the temptations of life is for us to put God at the center of our marriage. But because people were hard-hearted, they didn't want God to be in the center of their marriages. Many of them had broken marriages. And out of accommodation, Moses allowed them. But Jesus was telling them that from the very start, marriage should be beautiful if you're not too hard-hearted and you put God at the center of your marriage. And both of you and your spouse have God at the center of your lives, then marriage will be beautiful. It will become the way God planned it to be from the very start. When me and my wife, we got married, I remember in church, the priest said, there are 3 people getting married today. I look around and said, who's the third person? And the priest said, the third person is God. And that's stuck with me because I realized that yes, the only way for our marriage to survive the temptations of life is if God is in the center of our marriage. Because from the very beginning, God planned marriage to be beautiful. Not easy, not smooth sailing. It's going to be difficult, but it's beautiful. And the only way for us to fulfill this wonderful plan for God in our marriages is to have Him at the center of our lives. Let's not be hard-hearted, but rather let us open our hearts, open our lives, and allow God to be at the center of our marriages. And we will see that marriage, while difficult, yes, is still beautiful. God bless you, brothers and sisters.